Hello, fanboy. Good morning, Edward. Hope you're doing well as well. Yeah, hi Nalentia, Sukabla, everyone. Starting off the day with some Dire Duck Super Mario 64. Very comfy vibe. Everyone just relax and we're starting in a bit. Last time was crazy as always. That snow dungeon was super cool. Apparently you can get the Fenrir as a mount for 1 million I don't know, MGP at the Gold Saucer, so the farming continues, I guess. So much to do. Oh, you got acquainted with the red chocobo. Damn. Can't wait until I get acquainted with my own video. Wow, well, you fought for it. It's still murdering players by the thousands. Well, that's good to hear. Red Comet is still alive. Good morning, Hyuni. Welcome. We're just relaxing to some Super Mario 64 music. Try not to think about those memories, try to think about the happy memories. Let me see real quick how the in-game audio is. Okay. Something like that. Yeah, I'm sure it's fine, and you guys will tell me otherwise. Hello, everyone. The adventure continues. The memes continue. Everything continues. Last time we got wrapped up in the Ice Queen. Shiva is a thing. Americ is a thing. The Archbishop is a thing. The Omega Weapon is a thing. The Allergy is a big thing. From a little thing. The Crystal Braves is a thing. I have been enjoying Ninja over the weekend, so that's a thing. I'm actually enjoying it a lot. So, not sure what will happen. We've gone from Monk to Red Mage, maybe Ninja's the next one. I don't know. So much. So much in this game. All the time. Kinda needed the weekend to just get back into action. But we have to leave. We have to leave Dire Docks out from the ocean and into the cold. I know some of you don't like the cold. I don't mind it, but it's where we are right now. A cold wasteland with secret tunnels underneath it, with its own aetheryte network in order to summon Shiva. Yay, hypothermia! Oh yeah, we're having fun! That's what we're having. This is a different vibe than Dire Dogs, I'll tell you that. But I really like this tune. Alright, let's see what shenanigans I get up to this time. Alphino, I think you have something you want to tell me. Could it be so? Alphino can think of no better way to pass the time until Menphilia arrives. Okay. Antecedent, you came to us straight from the archives of House 4 Tomes. I trust your time they've proved fruitful. Would that it had. Urian J and I scored countless texts, but what we found was of questionable veracity. Accounts of Shiva's life and deeds are sparse and contradictory, only agreeing upon one point. She lay down with a dragon. The gravest of all sins. Yes, we all remember that, right? When we grow up. Do not steal, do not lie, do not sleep with dragons. Right? Y'all know that. Yet in the eyes of Iceheart's followers, this was a holy act. The blessed union of man and dragon. Yeah. Exactly, Alfie. No, aren't you a bit cold? Are you really going for fashion over comfort right now? How such a thing could even be possible is quite another question. Suffice it to say, I very much doubt that we will find a useful answer in the archives of House 4 Toms. Much knowledge has been lost over the centuries, though in this case, one wonders if it is circumstance or by design. You said that Iceheart took a moment to plead her case prior to escaping. Yeah. Like most villains, you would understand me if you knew more about all the things I know. I pity you. Okay? Viewed without prejudice, most would agree that bringing an end to an endless war serves the greater good. I think Sir Americ might take issue with her methods. I do not care if a few straggles manage to escape. Until the sap is confirmed that a tunnel is safe, the men are not to search it. Yes, Lord Commander. Hey, Merrick seems like an upstanding guy. Hello, Darren. Yes, you may have the Kobayashi Maid pillow. I approve of that. You pursue your foes with less zeal than I had expected, say Merrick. At least you misunderstand. I do not deny that our enemy has given us good reason to be prudent. I merely meant, you being a man of faith, that I had expected a certain single-mindedness. After all, was it not by the will of Helon that your ancestors came to this land? Why, they took up arms against the Dravanians. What would they have done in your position, I wonder? Oh, I'm ahead of you, Lemon Mart. I'm around level 55. So this is main story quest around 53, I think. It's post level... Yeah. It's post Ren Reborn, level 50. I'm 55 right now. So watch out for spoilers, Lemon Mart. There are those who believe that faith is a renunciation of free will. That unquestioning devotion is required of all who would live a life in service to the Fury. Such righteous fervor may well serve a knight on the front line, less so a leader of men. We are all at liberty to interpret the scriptures as we will. I choose to believe that the Fury would value the lives of her followers over the deaths of her enemies. Yeah, thanks, Lemon. Man, Americ I like him already so much. But I would not presume to speak of the Knights of Eld. It was a different time, nay, a different era, and scripture tells us only so much. Would that it told us more. Americ, yes. I am Team Americ. That man is awfully pragmatic for a servant of the Holy See. A welcome trait at the negotiating table, to be sure, less so when one's enemies are making ready to harness the power of a god. Mayhap he does not truly believe that Iceheart's plan can succeed. Truth be told, I too remain skeptical. Shiva was real, a living, breathing woman. Of that there can be no doubt. In this respect she differs from every other figure to have been summoned, each of whom was worshipped as a god. The sole exception being the good King Mughal XII, blessed be his name, the myth made manifest in response to the fervent supplications of the Mughals' god. So Shiva slept with a dragon. Why would that make her divine? I don't know, maybe by becoming pregnant with the dragon child she also gets the blood of the... I don't know. It's interesting. I want to sleep with a dragon if I can become a god by doing so. That's like killing two birds with one stone. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on. Saint Shiva may differ, but what of the heretics? They are a tribe of outcasts at war with the mighty nation, who yearn for the resurrection of the one who embodies their beliefs. If that's not placing one's faith in higher power, then what is? Wait, they are a tribe of outcasts at war with the mighty nation, true? Yeah. I guess so, Nolentia, I don't know. I don't know. Crystals and conviction. They have them both in abundance. That usually turns out for the worst. Can that truly be all that is required? I don't know. My survey team has concluded a preliminary analysis of the aetheryte Aesart used to escape. They believe that she teleported to another aetheryte. Yeah. Despite the apparent proximity of the second aetheryte, they have been wholly unable to detect its presence directly. Unless Aesart has some means to mask its signal, I can only presume she had it destroyed to prevent us from following her. Without the means to teleport as she did, we have no choice but to search for an alternate route. Most likely a tunnel. Let us not give up on teleportation just yet. One of our colleagues in Shalian may be able to assist us. I pray that you are right. I dare not think how long it will take us to survey the entire tunnel system. Well, if they have an aetheryte network, wouldn't it make sense to destroy the tunnels if you can then teleport all over the place? While Minfilia looks into our aetheryte problem, I would like to request your assistance with another matter. The third unit is currently tracking the remnants of the heretic force. The search goes poorly. You need a detective on the case. Korthus is vast and Iceheart's followers know the terrain. Your knowledge is needed. Also, and this is a selfish request, I feel that my braves would benefit immensely from working alongside you. Yeah, they need some field experience. True that. When the task is complete, find me at the observatorium. Alright. So we're going out looking for Iceheart, giving the Brave Crystal some XP. Trying to find a way to find their hideout. Yes. Your assistance is most welcome. I received word that the heretics we seek have been spotted making for Danifan Pass. Yeah, I'll join them. It's time to get on the chase. Oh, they're just outside of there, alright. Raven, fly me to victory. It's like nighttime in this place. It's so dark. Super dark. It's almost a bit spooky. Just the cold and the silence of it. Quite a contrast from, you know, the sunny places in Lenosia. What have you found? Thal's balls. My ankle's on fire. Hello, Bertollet. Caught my boots in a rock or something. Yeah, I'll look for the tracks. Be careful out here. Some tracks down there. Going quite far. No, Raybon. Chicken. You can't fly through the mountain. You have to fly over the mountain. Haven't I taught you anything? It's always so spooky to just come into this blood ravine or whatever this is. And of course the tracks are somewhere around here. Fresh prints. Those are very small prints. This track leads southeast. Do they now? Yeah, back in your day, this game was a bit of a chore. But now I'm just flying, I'm teleporting, I'm getting all the benefits. Should have waited for 7 years before you played, Nolentia. Scion, what are you doing here? The heretics? I'm not sure. There was a great scale beast and Yuyuhase went on his own. They split up, so did we. Yeah, these guys really need some field expertise. This is amateur hours. Raybon, let's go. Oh. Sodding blue coats. Get out of here. I'm gonna bop you. I'm paralyzed. Okay. That battle music was kinda loud for me. Maybe like this. How embarrassing. I was so intent on following the heretics' tracks that I almost failed to notice they had doubled back. Almost, mind you. One tried to sneak up behind me and got a knife in the gut for his troubles. Though I thought myself alone, so I started searching the dead man's knapsack for anything. And you found something? Withdraw in groups of 3 or less to the observatorium. Give the signal and wait. The merchant will be watching. They can't possibly mean to rendezvous inside the place. Let me rephrase that. You should restrict your search to the wilderness around the observatorium. Makes sense. Yeah, flying does help. But I wouldn't say I'm not exploring the, the nature and the areas. You do the hunting quests, right? But I guess you do miss some things by flying all over the place. I try not to fly too much when I can run, or if I'm in a new zone. But I've been in this place for quite a bit. I am through with listening to your excuses. We leave now. How? The woods are crawling with those blue coats, and the knights are searching every wagon. What are you up to, gentlemen? Well, stay with him then, if you think you'll fare any better. Now, there's no time for that. There are places like this in my homeland. Sacred snow-capped peaks where blood must not be shed. Oh, it's Yugiri! Yet your lands every thirst for the blood of the fallen, and by your deeds it has drunk deep. No, I have done no wrong. None but meet in secret with heretics. Deny it all you will, we shall have the truth from you yet. Inquisitors are not the only ones skilled in the art of interrogation. Damn it all. Got you guys. That's true, Nolentia. You don't get flying for a while. So you have seen a lot. Fancy meeting you here, Ludwig. I presume your work with the third brought you hither. Yeah. What a tangled web, lest you wonder. We came not for the heretics, but for the merchant who has been conspiring with them. He came to our attention during the course of our investigation into the Ivy. Beggar's belief, I know, but it seems our favorite Gallian spy may have been providing assistance to Iceheart. Huh. Yeah, sometimes you miss things, but you know, if you hover over the ground, try to take in the new zones, and I really try to do that, since they always have their unique, you know, aesthetic to them and their music. Of course, I want to experience them. Were it not for the efforts of Lady Yugiri and her shinobi, we might not ever have discovered this connection. Master Elfina is too kind. I fear my people have done little. We long to strike back against the Empire and weaken their influence on this land. I have done some of the ninja quest and they mentioned Lady Yugiri once, so I'm interested to know more about her. The days ahead and the work they promise will require a very particular set of skills, skills which I am fortunate enough to possess. If you allow it, I would accompany you. Yeah, we would. Please, give us a Master Ninja. That is most generous offer, lady, and we accept. Come, Ludwig, let us wait inside for Captain Ilbert to return and deliver him our report. What is it to report exactly? Right, we're looking for... There's some shady dealings with the merchant, and those guys were talking with the cultists. And we found a message on the people that did say that they were rendezvousing around here, kinda something like that. Elfino, are you waiting? You're just in the plaza. Captain Ilbert seemed confident that the merchant's resolve would swiftly crumble. As to whether it will bring us any closer to learning the Iva's identity, I would rather not say. Given our advisor's cunning, I shall consider us fortunate if we have sped another wild dodo chase. The gods know we have enough to do. Teru! Also, I need to drink my water. There we go. Ninja wasn't in the game originally. They didn't add it until some time after Yugiri was introduced. Oh, really? I thought they introduced it as, you know, with Yugiri being introduced. You know, that kind of made sense for me, but I see. Tendrils of intrigue. And we're getting some... Oh, what is this, though? I mean, Dragoon armor is just its own thing. That's cool. This is a whole lot going on. I could have it on my Monk and Ninja, though. What is this? Oh, damn, that's a big boy. That's a big boy, but I'd say Dragoon won that fight. Greetings. Your report, if you will. Aye, Commander. Firstly, with regard to the heretic we captured, I regret to say that the man could tell us nothing of Shiva. We have since handed him over to his guardian authorities. Alright. Our inquiries concerning the Ivy, however, have proven more fruitful. We have ascertained the channel by which the heretics acquire their information on the shipment routes. Go on. You will recall the flame we first identified as being in the Ivy's employ. From him we were able to trace a trail of conspirators, each taking us closer to his master. Right, the Ivy is the spy in the Immortal Flames. Alas, the trail came to an abrupt end. Fearing that the investigation had been compromised, we took the necessary step of detaining all suspected of conspiracy. There were 5 on our list, including a flame stationed at Revenant's Toll. The man's primary duty was to keep an inventory of donations from abroad, the particulars of which he would share with benefactors. I see. No, Nalencia, no. No, I'm not the spy. How could I be the spy? It's not like I'm working for Shiva so that I can also, you know, sleep with a dragon. I would never do that. Nope. You're off. You're not thinking. No, 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 good, no, 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 no. By virtue of his role, he was privy to the details of all shipments bound for the settlements. Needless to say, that included those originating from House Forton. He knew the precise route to the caravan would take, and he sold that information to a merchant. I think I can guess which one. None other. With a little encouragement, he soon confesses to knowingly aiding and abetting the heretics. Well, that one is mystery solved, but what of the Ivy? Are we any closer to pricing off his mask? I dare say we are. A relentless pursuit has forced him to commit a grave error. Oh, really? In a desperate bid to cover his tracks, the Ivy resorted to exercising certain administrative powers available only to high-ranking members of the Immortal Flames. If you consider then that our investigation is known to barely a handful of them, the field of suspect is greatly narrowed. You mean to say that the agent is among Raybon's innermost circle? Someone who has been with them since Immortal Flame's establishment? That's a big deal. That's the most plausible explanation. The infiltration likely occurred during the company's founding. Right, because Raybon said he would only speak of this to his most trusted, Immortal Flames people. So one of them has... Okay. To slip into a position of authority unremarked and remain above suspicion all these years. I too was surprised, though I really should not have been. Yeah, but maybe he wasn't a spy from the start. Maybe he became a spy in later days. Both Limsa and Gridania had the long-standing armed forces that lent themselves well to the formation of the Maelstrom and the Order of the Twin Adder. To all intents and purposes, it was the same people. Loyal ones, mind, under the same leadership, only the banner was different. Not so the Flames. Ulda's military was made up of disparate orders, most of which was glorified mercenary companies that answered only to their own paymasters. Hardly an ideal environment in which to establish something as high-minded as a grand company. True! The difficulties Raybon faced when founding the Immortal Flames are well known, even after he had to convince his fellow syndicate members to share the costs. Indeed, given the pressing nature of the Imperial threat, that meant recruiting every passing cell sword. It would have been child's play to infiltrate the company. Yikes! But it makes sense. The Immortal Flames have ever been caught between conflict interests, the public and the private. Though the monetarists ultimately agreed to support the organization's founding, it was not out of charity that they did so, but simple self-preservation. Had Nail Van Dyer's ambitions been any less apocalyptic, you may be sure that they would have never risked supplying Raybon with an army. It's but a wonder they did not attempt to extinguish the flames the moment the danger had passed. Okay, so we get to learn a bit more about the forming of the Immortal Flames. Even as we speak, our Doma and allies are shadowing several high-ranking flames, any of whom could be the Ivy. Desiring to deal a blow against the Empire, the refugees were eager to lend us their aid. Pray continue with your investigation. Meanwhile, have the second attend to the unrest, and the rest are inspecting crystal shipments. If they notice anything unusual, I want to know about it. If Shiva is summoned in a like manner to the other primals, the heretics will be looking for further supplies. True. I shall send word to Sire Americ, informing him of our success in identifying the heretics' abettors. Okay. The plot is thickening a bit, I guess, but there's so much going on though. An emergency council of the Alliance leadership has been called. There have been developments in Garlemald, it would seem. Oh boy. As commander of the Crystal Braves, my presence has been requested. I would have you accompany me, Ludwig. All right. And what's this now? There's rumblings in Garlemald. Minfilia and the Archons are sparing no effort to secure an alternate route. Yeah. We're meeting in Gridania. Novica's altar. What's this about then? We don't need even more shit going on right now, but I'm gonna die from all of this. Oh man. No, this way. I'll try not to die here in the bed. But there's so much going on. Yeah, what? Can't they just take a break? Oh, come. We need a beach episode. Every character needs some stress relief. When you're ready, speak with the yonder. Yeah, I'm ready, of course. Of course.
Change has come to the Garlean Empire, and we must discuss the implications.
All right.
The rumors are true then? The War of Succession is ended?
It is. A new emperor reigns in Garlemald.
Oh yeah, they were talking about that. So the Garlean Empire's political, I don't know, it has stabilized. Their political climate has stabilized, which means trouble.
Who?
Indeed.
The birth and all too rapid expansion of the Garlean Empire is commonly attributed to the strategic brilliance of Solus Zosgalvis, yet he did not rule alone. Several members of the royal household also distinguished themselves during his reign.
Solus Zosgalvis.
Nevertheless, it was the eldest son who stood to inherit the throne, until his most untimely passing.
Untimely? Was he assassinated?
I thought us fortunate when I learned that the Emperor had died without naming a successor.
Yeah. Oh.
Would that the Garlean Empire had died with him.
I want to know so much more about the Garlean Empire, so this is really interesting for me. This guy is cool. Spit on his father's grave. Alright. Oh yeah, this guy is a WoW refugee. He likes the shoulder armor. Ah, grandfathers actually. Aha.
'Twas the grandson and his uncle who had the strongest claims, was it not?
Grandson and his uncle.
Indeed, yet claims count for little without the power to assert them. High Legatus Varus Ye Galvus is a respected military leader. Not so his uncle.
So young Varus has torn the crown from his uncle's grasp and taken his place at the head of the Empire.
Damn. Ooh. I like this. And the Guardians are cool. Can I join them? No. I can't betray my friends, but they're cool.
Given the troubled nature of his succession, the new emperor will require time to seal his grip on power. Yet have no doubt but that he shall, for there are none left with strength enough to oppose him.
Require time to seal his grip on power. True. You're right, Huni. That doesn't really add to my case of me being the Ivy spy in the Immortal Flames. Me seeing the Guardians and just yes.
Since the success of Operation Archon, the remnants of the 14th Legion and the forces occupying Alamigo have done naught but fortify their positions. But you can be sure they'll be ready to march on us again, if their Emperor gives the word.
When, not if. They say this Varus was so set upon Eorzean annexation that he spoke out against the Meteor Project.
Wait. That he spoke out against the Meteor Project, and the Meteor Project was basically to blow up Eorzea or something, but he would rather take over Eorzea. Is that what they're saying?
Plainly, the new emperor's intentions are of great concern to us all. I propose that we set aside the Cartano dispute for the present, and discuss what measures the Alliance might take to prepare for a resumption of hostilities with Garlemald. Moreover, I move that we re-examine the question of how our former allies in Ishgard might be persuaded to retake their place at our side. Could Eorzea but stand as one, 'twould deal a grave blow to our enemies' ambitions.
Well, Ishgard talked about how they might join when the Gallians are a real threat to them. So crowning of a new emperor might ease, you know, the talks a bit with them.
Well, I suppose we should be grateful that they have finally acknowledged the inevitability of Imperial attack. Who knows? They may even do something about it.
Yeah.
If only the leaders of Ishgard would follow their example and stop hiding behind their gates, praying for the coming storm to pass them by. But that is a discussion for another time. At present, I am more concerned by the fact that the Alliance's mooted preparations will be made known to the Garleans many moons before their coming. So long as the Ivy eludes our grasp, no secret is safe.
Right. This is a real thorn in our side, with the crowning of a new emperor and this Ivy just passing on our information. Yes. So we need to deal with this. We can't put all our resources into investigating Ffxiv any further. I get that. I get that. I will not have escaped your notice that the nations of Eorzea are no nearer to being of one purpose, despite their protestations to the contrary. Plainly, the threat of a resurgent Garlemald is not enough to stir them. And the reason for this, a deep-rooted mistrust amongst the citizenry. The nation's leaders can come to all the understandings they like, but their unity means little unless to the common folk. Take the Lemensons, for instance. Though Admiral Merlwyb outlawed piracy over a decade ago, foreigners still picture the nation as a haven for grog-swilling, wooden-legged cutthroats. And likewise, the Gridanians are mocked as hermits who walk the trees, and the Uldan scorned as swindlers who worship coin. Not that such sentiments are entirely without grounds, of course. Take that pillar of Ulda society, Telegiology, for example. True, but that is beside the point, yeah. One could argue that the conflict at Kotono is a necessary evil. I guess so. Each nation has its own warmongering faction that advocates the acquisition of Omega. True, that's a whole other issue. We have another ultimate weapon in our grasp. In order to placate them, we present them something resembling warfare and thereby curb their appetite for full-scale conflict. But enough idle musing, let us speak on a more pressing matter, the Ivy. Since we spoke at the observatorium, Captain Ilbert has further shortened his list of suspects. And by happy coincidence, the one he deemed the most likely candidate is lately come to Gridania. The hunt is near its end. All that remains is to corner our quarry. Yeah. We're nodding. Man. There's like... I can just run there. There's like, I don't know, 4 political intrigues right now, coinciding with each other. No, it's not me. It's not me. It's not, no. You have no proof. These are baseless accusations. Why would I be the spy? What motive do I have? Huh? You can speculate all you want, Melentia. But why would I do this? My thanks for coming, Scion. Doubtless the commander has informed you. Well, you did just say you wanted to join the Gallians. Are there any mods in chat that can silence Nolentia? We need to get on this right now, okay? Also, cut this out. My thanks for coming, Scion. Doubtless the commander has informed you, but we have unmasked the Ivy. From this point on, we must proceed with extreme caution. Oh, it's time to pick one of these. I'll pick this one since I can't use it, but... Man, the Dragoon armor though. Oh, we get this. This was pretty cool until I saw the tail. What is this? It's like a handlebar you can steer me with. But I like the shoulders and the neck. That was really cool. My god, this is just crazy. It looks like a parrot. And then... Okay. Listen well. The spy we have been seeking all this time is none other than Flame Marshal Eline Royale, Raybon's second in command. Yeah, that tail armor has messed up quite a bit of people then. Yikes. Prior to joining the Mortal Flames, she was a mercenary of no small renown. They say her skill with a polearm had to be seen to be believed. Oh, is she a Dragoon? Of Ishgardian birth, she is the highest ranking foreigner in the Mortal Flames. Of Ishgardian birth? When he formed the Grand Company, Raybon chose people based on their worth. Right. The monetarists saw things differently, however. Having funded the enterprise, they reserved the right to reject candidates nominated for high-ranking positions. Makes sense. and 'twas no secret that they did not favor foreigners. Ishgardians especially, after the way the Holy See forsook the alliance, right. Yet the monetarists did not raise so much as a murmur of protest when Real was appointed to her post. Passing strange, is it not? Could it be that the Ivy has some hold over the monetarists? Huh. But how? I was like, was that Edda walking over there? But these revelations are secondary to our current mission. Of foremost interest to us is Royal's presence here and now. As you may be aware, it is the duty of the Flame Marshal to command the Immortal Flames in the absence of the Flame General. She should have remained in the Hall of Flames. The woman has no business being in Gridania, yet here she is. She is up to something. Even as we speak, I have a dozen men trawling the claimed records for evidence of Real's skills, but if we can catch her red-handed... Which brings me to the plan. I have people watching the city gates, the airship landing and the docks, every point of egress. She cannot leave without our knowledge. All that remains is to shadow her until she betrays her true purpose. Yes. I can do this. It's not often I'm in Gridan. It's always Limsa or Ulda for my stuff. Royale is headed in the direction of the Blue Badger Gate. Alright. People just jamming out as always. Let's enter the Caroline Canopy. Meeting someone, maybe? I don't know. I'll sneak up and see what I can find. Or I'll... The airship landing, isn't it down here? Yeah. I actually am able to navigate the cities. This is cool though. Stained glass windows are amazing. If they look good. They can also look terrible. Ludwig, such a pleasure. What brings you here? I'm on a secret visit. A social visit, you say? How pleasant. No, she didn't come this way. I've noted every passenger and none bore any resemblance. Well, don't let me keep you. Alright. So she didn't come this way. Where can she have snuck to then? Nowhere to be seen, you say? And you're sure she did not board an airship? Yeah. She did not come back out either. Where could she have gone? The Roost. How could I forget? The Roost? Greetings, good sir. May I interest you in some Muntai tonic? Cup a day imbues a man with great vigor. If you take my meaning, perhaps another time, friend. Wait, that necklace. You are a shinobi of Doma. The woman you seek has left Gridania by way of West Shore Pier. She was attired as a merchant, but these eyes are not so easily deceived. You may wish to take your search to the East Shroud. Alright, people from Doma coming in clutch. Yo, Kenmei, how you doing? I'm doing good. We are learning more about the world. There's like 14 different political intrigues right now, and we're all in agreement that I am not a spy from the Garlean Empire. Okay? We know that, and now we've found the real spy. And she's a sneaky one. Also, I don't know what to take. Conjurer. I don't know. I'll take this one. I know you guys are on my side. Valencia. No. Have I ever been suspicious or wrong about anything ever since you come to know me? The answer is no. You haven't. Our hunt leads us to the East Shroud. I suggest we follow Rael's example. Yes. She managed to sneak out. Sweet Bloom Pier. So, I mean, going through Gridania is always such a hassle. I'll just go there and fly this way. It feels like every time you walk through the Gridania, they're like, nope, you can't go through here yet. You have to do some blue quest somewhere that you'll never do, because I'm a lazy boy. But this is one of those moments when you would need like a younger sibling that's like 10 years old. But oh, you want to play some Final Fantasy? Yeah? Here, do all the chores that I can't bother to do, and they'll just do it and be happy doing it. Putting your sibling just farming gold for you. Those were the days. Okay. We made it. This way, my friends. Yugiri is here. Quarry makes for Hawthorne Hut. If Rael is truly the one we seek, we can expect that she means to make contact with her Gallian masters there. An explanation is in order. You are no doubt aware that the Gallians have their own method of communicating over great distances. Well, our ingenious friends at Garland Ironworks have provided us with devices which disrupt these communications. That's right, and we have installed them around the city-states. In doing so, we have made it difficult for Imperial agents to correspond with their masters. Makes sense. Rael will thus have no choice but to rendezvous with our Imperial contact directly. Yet, as a well-known face in the Mortal Flames, she cannot move about Thanalan without being recognized. It would only be a matter of time before someone saw through her disguise. It's for this reason that she has chosen the Black Shroud for our meeting. The Ellison are common sights here, and her comings and goings are not to turn any heads. As my scouts tells it, the Gallians have sent agents with a mind to destroy the devices and render such direct contact unnecessary. Fortunately, our shinobi have thus far been successful in rebuffing their efforts. Cool. There's a war on so many fronts. Information war, political war, primal war, ultima weapon war. Yeah. These forests are so lovely though. But these guys are kinda scary. Imagine walking through the forest and just finding one of those abominations. Like, would you want to live in the Final Fantasy XIV world or not? I guess you would like to if you can just go outside and be an adventurer. Oh, I would totally want to be an adventurer. Yes, I want to live in this world. Living in a Pokemon world might be cool as well. I don't know. My people report that our quarry has departed for their bramble patch. I would rather take Final Fantasy as the world to live in if I can become a hero myself. You know? Ivy returns to the Gnarls whence she came, but perhaps it's all for the better. To convict someone of her standing, we will require damning evidence against her. True. What could be better than to catch her in the act when she meets with her Gallian masters? My countrymen and I shall lie in wait in the shadows. If the threat of war or calamities was stopped. Well, you'll have to make sure that they are stopped. It makes for interesting times as well, I guess. But as you say, like, oh, I want to be reincarnated in Final Fantasy, and then you become one of the, I don't know, enslaved dormants. Is it worth all that struggle to become a shinobi? I'm not sure. Eating Doritos on your couch might be a better life. I don't know. I don't know. I think I would take the chance. I would take the war and hardships to live in a fantasy world anytime. Just beyond, Royale is in a conversation with an individual clad in the manner of an adventurer. An imperial intermediary, no doubt. This is it, with me. It's time. Oh, is she talking to me? What are you guys doing? Flame Marshal Elaine Real, you are under arrest for treason and espionage. You were followed, you bloody fool. So he is from Garland. Oh, no you don't. Damnation. Oh, you're gonna make a move on me? That's right. We got you now, bitch. You are unarmed, my lady, and scarcely garbed for battle, but if you wish to fight, you are welcome to try. Is she gonna teleport something? What is the meaning of this, Captain? Would you arrest me for strolling in the Ffxiv? The last I looked, that was no crime. Yeah, but your partner kinda spilled the beans, didn't he, when he was like, oh no, you were followed. You could have played it cool, but you would feign ignorance then, very well. If you do think of something to say, there will be plenty of time to say it later. I will offer you no struggle, after all, I'm not to hide. Okay. Okay. Are we gonna interrogate her? Torture her? What's up? Even a warrior of Real's renown could not hope to escape by force. Despite her claims, her surrender does not bespeak innocence, but an awareness that her position is untenable. Yeah. With the ivy thus uprooted, it is to be hoped that the tendrils she entwined around the immortal flames will gradually wither and die. Mayhap then the people of Ul'dah will have the grand company they deserve. But let us speak of the present. What will you do now? I don't know. We have the whole thing in Corthus to do. So the Scions seek away into ice-hot sanctum. Then I dare say you're eager to return to the Rising Stones. And speaking of talents, you have been training in the art of shinobi, have you not? How did you know? The change in your bearing is quite evident, to me at least. I look forward to seeing you in action. Till next time, my friend. Oh, that's cool! How did you know How did you know? You see this? I've been doing a lot of ninja. That is awesome! I have been really vibing with the ninjas and the dolmens. Excuse me, I am vibing with the game. Can you... Oh, you just want to have a little friend? Okay, you can be here, but stop being so creepy. Yeah, that was really cool. She knows. Oh man, I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting that at all. That was cool. I like that. You know what? Yeah, I like that. I like that. That was cool. The characters are so more, you know, they're alive. The dialogue changed in just that subtle way, and it makes sense. As always, every time this game is realistic and believable, it gets so good. Oh man. I'm spinning the wheel for that. I'm gonna have to do it. I wasn't expecting that. Such a small detail, you know? Just made it so good. Damn. All right, we are getting some workouts done this stream, and I'm here for it. You have to become a ninja boy. Well, +8 setups at the end of stream, and that's the beginning. If it's gonna continue like this, well, we're gonna get sweaty in a few hours. Speak with Minfield, right? Pray return to the waking stones. The rising stones. Yes. She knows. Damn. It's always the little things. It's like, oh, wouldn't it be cool if the game did this? And in a lot of the cases, Final Fantasy does that. You know, wouldn't it be cool if they suddenly change the battle music to fit the area you're in? Bam, they do it. Wouldn't it be cool if major job characters actually notice if you're into their job? They do it. Okay. My god. Thank you. You are doing good, I hope. Oh, it's in a... Sorry to disturb your time with the ladies. I should know better than that. The waking stones or the rising sands? Now you're asking the real questions. Welcome back. I understand that Alphino had a task for you. Yeah. Charges of treason and espionage against Elaine Royale. I can scarce believe it. Could there not have been some matter of misunderstanding? No, not really. We caught her red-handed. Whatever the truth may be, we must trust to the authorities to uncover it. Yes. Let us speak of another matter. I am pleased to report that we have made progress in our efforts to find a way into Iceheart's sanctum. Oh, you have you? I need to check out the... Wait, I can't... Lancer Dragoon. I can't look at it. Whatever. Minfield has never been one to hesitate when it comes to asking for others' aid. We get some bacon broth. Yummy. Is it sands that's waking up? Oh, belts don't have a visible component. I see. Oh, right. Didn't they say that on the thing? No more belts or whatever. I don't know what the name with waking sands. They're in Ul'dah and they're trying to wake the I don't know, the world. They're trying to wake the world to the danger. I don't know. As you may recall, Iceheart used Aetheryte in the depths of Snowcloak to teleport. Yes, most likely to a sanctuary of some description. It is there that we suspect she means to summon Shiva. Of course, the heretics believe that they are bringing about the second coming of their patron saint. But if they mean to hold a summoning ritual of the kind employed by the beast tribes, it seems likely they will result be more akin to primal. Suffice to say, they must be stopped, and stop them we shall. Ordinarily, it would be a simple matter to tap into the established Ethernet and thereby follow our query. However, We have been able to ascertain the position of the aetherite to which she teleported. Our theory is that she destroyed the second aetherite upon arrival. A desperate measure, but an effective one. After discussing the matter at length with Urian J, we have concluded that we lack the expertise to develop a solution. Which is why we need an expert. Since you are here, mayhap we could welcome her together. I am certain she would appreciate the gesture. Oh. So we need a crystal expert and she's on her way. Is it someone we know, perhaps? I don't... Well... When we got the crystals to get into Garuda, we talked to some people, but... I don't think it's any one of those guys. I think this will be a new character, maybe. Let's go meet her. What if it's a new waifu? Nah, it's not that easy to be a waifu. It's not that easy to beat Momodi and Garuda. Oh, you complete the Dragoon questline and you also get some change in dialogue. That's awesome. I really love that. Okay, let's see who this person is. Oh, is it the sister? Alice, it has to be, right? Maybe? Maybe not. Ah, I was convinced it was Alice. This is someone else. Yeah, Garuda is my waifu and Momodi is my waifu.
Minfilia, am I right?
Whoa, who is this though? She's pretty badass.
None other. I bid you welcome to Revenant's Toll, and thank you for traveling so far on such short notice.
As if I could ever say no to Urianger.
Is she a part of the Science? She has this
Moonbreeder
mark.
is an accomplished Arlean scholar and an authority on aetherite technologies.
Moonbreeder.
She has played an invaluable role in our search for a means to capture Arcean souls.
Okay.
Charmed, I'm sure.
Hello, Moonbreeder. We have some fans in the chat. Prestige, hello. Yeah, she's cool though. Yeah, I'm pretty charmed. Let us return to the Rising Stones and talk. Oh, okay. We're having some new cool characters enter the fray. We have a Merrick, Moonbreeder. All right. So she's an expert in aetherites, and she looked to be a part of the Scions, right? She had the neck tattoo, but she also had like a thigh tattoo of an eye with something. With something going on, like, right. It doesn't look like the Asians thing. No, it's something else. Of course she wouldn't walk around with Asian stuff on her, but okay.
Moon! Gods, it's been ages!
The neck tattoo is the mark of the Archons. I see. I thought it was the Scions.
Oh, longer, sister.
They're sisters?
A joyous reunion indeed.
Well, of course it is. Moon and I are like twin sisters.
Save in appearance and aptitude.
The gang is together. That's
Everyone,
nice.
if I could have your attention.
Yep, you have it.
We have with us an esteemed guest who has come from Sharlayan to assist us. I bid Moonbreeder join us here that she might share with us her extensive knowledge of Aetherites. Also, as many of you are already aware, she has been overseeing our research into white auracite, a sample of which she has been good enough to bring with her.
Auracite?
Well, I had to come, didn't I? You'd have to be bloody daft to turn your nose up at a chance like this. Where better to conduct my final tests than a land so steeped in ether you can taste it?
'Tis plain the passage of the years hath done little to dampen thy youthful spirits.
I wonder who this is. Could it be Urianger?
And nothing at all to reform thy youthful manner.
Oh.
Ffxiv, where in the hells have you been hiding?
Oh.
Unhand me.
Oh, it's like that, is it?
I come all this way, and that's what you have to say to me. I much preferred when you were pleading with me to drop everything and hurry to your side. What was it you said? None save thee can satisfy this need.
Oh.
Go on.
Yeah, go on. Urianger's got some moves.
Thine artless attempts to misrepresent mine all too innocent motives do thee little credit. Mine intent, as well thou knowest, was but to impress upon thee the gravity of the circumstance. Lest thou doubt, a deiform entity shall shortly be summoned, save if thou and no other grantest my compeers thine aid.
You still haven't found it, then? Your missing Aetherite?
We have not. No. We know that Iceheart teleported to an Aetherite not far from the first. Yet even after careful analysis, we could not locate the second beacon. We now suspect that the heretics destroyed the second Aetherite to impede our pursuit. Our allies continue to scour Snowcloak for Iceheart's sanctuary, but we have no guarantee that they will find it. Yet it must be found, for even now Iceheart prepares to call upon Saint Shiva.
I'm sorry, but if the Aetherite's been destroyed, then that's that. Although, you're absolutely sure she used the first Aetherite, are you? She didn't just use teleportation magics?
One of our own bore witness to her escape. I can say with absolute certainty that Iceheart used the Aetherite.
Yeah, she did.
In that case, there might be a way, so long as the ethereal current is still flowing.
Truly? How?
We use the current to recreate the beacon. As you know, Aetherites are a bit like lighthouses. We use them to reconstitute our physical forms when crossing the ethereal sea. Without them, we'd lose all sense of direction and our essence would dissipate.
To reconstitute our physical forms.
However, we don't rely solely on these beacons. There are currents of ether which flow between them, currents which help guide us to our destination. Now, these currents will gradually dwindle away to nothing if an Aetherite is destroyed. But if even a sluggish flow remains, we could theoretically use it to direct a surge of concentrated ether towards the void left by the beacon, and thereby fill it up again.
Like opening the floodgates to fill a dry riverbed. Though, correct me if I'm wrong, but would we not need a veritable reservoir of ether?
In concert, we might manage to channel a sufficient volume, yet that is not my chief concern. To direct the flow of so great a volume of ether with the requisite precision would be a nigh impossible task in itself.
I barely succeeded in facilitating travel to an unattuned beacon. That which you describe sounds considerably more difficult.
And dangerous. Every person who has attempted to teleport in this fashion has died in the process.
Ooh.
They, however, did not have white aura sight at their disposal.
Okay.
I can use it to channel all the ether you can give me into the etherite. However, white aura sight cannot retain ether for an extended period of time, so we would need to infuse it immediately beforehand. Just so you know, I'd confidently give this plan better than even odds of success. And if the worst comes to worst, your people won't suffer.
Though it risked the lives of our best and brightest, we have not the time to seek other options. If the ethereal current still flows, we shall carry out Moonbreeder's plan.
That's the spirit. Let's roll the dice.
It's quite terrifying. Imagine rolling a die, and if it lands on a 1 or a 6, you just die. Red mage, but it's not better than the one I have in terms of defense. I don't know. Yeah, it seems like a classic teleportation, you know, issue. If you aren't able to reform yourself, you'll just die. I have informed Alphino our plan to recreate the beacon in the manner Moonbreeder described. He agreed that despite the danger, it is our only hope. He wants to meet at Snowcloak first, though. Okay. Let's meet him up there. So we're trying to find the remnants of the ether current and then pull in a bunch of ether into the current so we can follow it in order to find the broken etherite. And with the white crystal thingy, we would be able to pour in a bunch of ether in a manner that would make, I don't know, the odds quite decent. But still, I guess we have no choice. Roll a die and you might die, but this is our only hope. Or a primal will be summoned and I don't know, she makes an eternal blizzard over Eorzea or whatever. Alright then. Let's find our little friend. Yeah, well, this is a horrible deal. Let's try something else. Just blow up the mountain. I don't know. Do something else. Good to see you. I was starting to wonder if you were having second thoughts. Captain Nilbert sends his regards, by the way. He attends the interrogation of Elaine as we speak. Good. But I shall not distract you. I trust that, by which I mean to say, the others are waiting for us at the Aetherites. After you, Cyan. Oh, he's a bit nervous. As am I. It's ready. Alright, we have powered it up. It worked, I think. Try attuning to the right now. Feel for the current and try to locate the beacon. Alright. We have done all we can. For now, let us withdraw. When your final preparations are complete, you must seek out the beacon we have created. If you arrive safely, you must stop Iceheart before she summons Shiva. But I kinda wanna see Shiva though. I must stop the summoning. Cannot ignore the possibility. Yeah. You will acknowledge this, but to face Shiva in battle. Knowing little of this saint, I cannot say if your strength will suffice. And so I would encourage you to call upon your allies. Some may have reservations about wagering their lives on the success of Monbrid experiment, but desperate times call for desperate measures. True. Before you assemble your party, pray speak with that knight. I believe has a message for you from Sir Emeric. Ooh. Sir Emeric regrets that he could not be here in person. This is his letter, though. Yo, Silvost! How you doing? Joining at a good time. Ishgard faces an unprecedented threat, yet in our hour of need, it is not her knight to stand poised to defend her. Ludwig Storm, the warrior of light, savior of Eosia, your deeds this day shall not be forgotten. Where others would flee, you choose to remain. Where others would falter, you rise to the challenge. Where others would use their gifts for selfish ends, you wield yours in service to a greater cause. May Halon bless you with a good fortune and see you safely home. Ak, Afa, Amphi... What? The Afa Amphitheater. Oh, snap. Oh no, your game keeps crashing, Silvust. But we're about to face Shiva or whatever. We need your help, my boy. Just to confront Shiva. But this is Snowcloak. This isn't Akafar Bakarar. Oh, I see. Oh no, you're gonna miss most of this instance. They'll let you know. Alright. Who is up for Akafar Makachar Amphitheater? Does anyone wanna go? Mana? Frostig, awesome. Hinny as well. Great. Frostig, I'll wait for you. Silvost, do your best reinstalling the game. It's weird that it keeps crashing. Hoping for the best for you. Technical difficulties suck! Does anyone else in chat want to join? Fine if you don't want to. But if you want to, that would be awesome. Waiting for Frostig to log in as well. Degenerate cat boy. Well, yeah, we're playing Final Fantasy, right? Oh, I see. This doesn't really update. Frostig is here. Cool. For as long as their nation is warred with Dravania, There have been Ishgardians who instead choose to ally themselves with the dragons. Shiva is said to have been among the first, hence why the heretics revere her as a saint. Alright. Is this how she looks? Damn. Is she a new primal waifu? But Garuda was so cool. I don't know. Whoa, already? Oh, you have the sad Naruto is still playing in loop. Aw, I was playing Naruto music when I was leveling ninja. Ah, I feel for you. Oh my god. Such a fast queue though. Okay, I haven't prepared myself. Alright. Oh. Oh. Ice Heart.
You should never have come here, warrior of light. I labor only to forge a lasting peace. A peace you would deny us out of ignorance and blind faith.
Oh, damn.
No matter. If it is our fate to be at odds, then it is mine to strike you down.
Oh.
We whom gods and men have forsaken shall be the instruments of our own deliverance. Partake of my flesh. Fill this vessel with your light. Walk amongst your brothers and sisters once more.
Whoa.
Oh, Saint Shiva, still the hatred within our hearts and bless us with eternal grace.
Damn, yeah, see you in the lens chat. Ooh. Oh, okay. Oh. Oh, oh yes. Oh yes, give it to me. Hell yeah, that was an amazing intro scene. Are you kidding me? All right, let's try to focus then. The cycle ends here and now. I have something on me. Okay, should probably stay out of my friend's way if I get that on me. Oh, move out of that. Okay, okay. Rise to join my brothers. Ads coming, maybe? Oof, ice soldiers indeed. Let's go in. Nice. I'm not sure if I should AoE them. I'm thinking just taking some of them down fast. It's better to mitigate for our tanks. Oh wow, this music is too good. It's distracting me. Woo! Oh man. Okay, okay, okay. Oh, what am I doing? Casting Red Thunder. Oh. Ah. Oh no. Oh, you're gonna do this to me? Oh. Oh, this is awesome. Ah! Okay, I'm doing it. Oh, nope, stay out of me. Limit break though. Oh, someone else did it. Whoa. Yeah, gonna have to do the extreme version of that one. Kidding me? That was awesome. Frosty, Kinney, thanks for for doing it with me. That was crazy though. Oh man, and what a place to fight at as well. Oh wow, I love this. Whew. Yeah. Oh man. Oh.
Fool. Blind, bloody fool. You, of all people, should understand the suffering war begets. That no sacrifice is too great if it brings an end to the violence. Mine is the righteous cause.
Yeah, but what cause is that? To destroy the world, or what do you mean?
You fight in a war you do not understand. A pawn of liars and schemers. And they are no less ignorant than you, following the creed of their fathers without question, never thinking to ask why. Trapped in a delusion of their own creation, and blind to the truth. Warrior of light, redemption is not beyond us. We who walk before may lead those who walk after. Seek the Keeper of the Lake. See with eyes unclouded. Do not squander Mother's gift.
Oh, she was quoting Hydaelyn. Obviously Mother is Hydaelyn, but...
And so the vessel withdraws. A predictable outcome.
Okay.
Nevertheless, La Habrea will be pleased. How unfortunate.
That was... Okay, I need to... I need to go someplace where we can talk about that. Because that was crazy. Because that was crazy. Let's go into our favorite place, Snowcloak, and let's talk about that. Oh my god. What? Oh my god. Okay. I mean, first things first. The ice queen or whatever she was called, Ice Hot, summoning Shiva was awesome. That was such a good scene. And then Shiva appeared and she looked glorious, fabulous, imposing. Definitely a contender for Primal Waifu. Yes. And then the fight was cool. And then she went second phase and like kind of rock music got on and everything just upped the ante, and oh, it was such a good climax. I'll have to do the extreme version since as you said, Darren, it was kind of short. But man, and then you know we killed her or whatever. We managed to put her down, and Ice Hot talked to us. Seek out the keeper of the lake. Do not squander mother's gift. Hear, feel, think. And that made me think maybe Iceheart also possesses a connection with Hydaelyn. And as I was processing all of that, the Asians turns up, of course. And they're just watching over me and doing my primal things, but seek out the keeper of the lake. I want to do that. That was a cool fight though. That was a cool fight. Shiva did not disappoint. Oh wow. Garuda was awesome as well. Man, I just released a little meme video about Garuda, right? And now I want to do one about Shiva as well, I guess. Maybe I should play the extreme version first so I have more thoughts about it, but they're doing such a good job with just hyping this thing up and having awesome music and you know, like, damn. Y'all know what's in store. That was awesome. Come on. It's gonna be more workouts or... Oh, we're getting a 6-pack today, gang. We're talking about... No. Oops. We're talking about... We're at 16 so far. Things are starting to up the ante. And now we talked about this in the earlier streams. When I get past the Ren Reborn, when I get into Heaven's Sword content, who knows? Maybe we'll have to do, I don't know, 50 push-ups and 24 setups. What do I know? But we're starting to get there, right? Oh man. And you know, every one of you that has joined me, that has joined our punishment adventure, you have to try. We're going down on the floor later and we're doing our setups. I know you join me. Oh man. Shiva was amazing. I really liked her. Now, my affinity is towards storms, but ice, snow, and this landscape, that was awesome. That was awesome. And me being from Northern Europe, of course I have an affinity to it, but... oh, wow. How is this game this cool? I still remember the poll I did when I asked you guys if you have never played Final Fantasy before, which game should you start with? And 80% said just play the MMO. And I thought, but shouldn't I play the first Final Fantasy main game? But no. No, I get it. Start with the MMO. Start with the RPG. MMO. Can I... That's the right one. I'm just hopping all over the place. Sorry about that. Yeah. Good job, Final Fantasy. You're doing it. You're killing it. Okay, we can't be in Snowcloak forever, because then you just want to kind of go to take a nap or something. It's so quiet and peaceful in this place. But it's my go-to, oh my god, the game is good, I need to calm down place right now. Come on, Brita. You have no idea what happened. By the 12, you're alive. I mean, of course you're alive. Why wouldn't you be? Iceheart did what? And you're certain about that, are you? Dravanians are skilled with glamours after all. Look, if you say what you saw, I believe you. It's just that I've never heard of a primal being summoned like that before. Right. She offered up herself as a vessel. You sure you're not injured? No, not really. Head trauma has been known to cause hallucinations. That wasn't a hallucination. That was just the game being cool. If you ask me, there's not to be gained from mulling over the implications of your story in the freezing cold. Let's save it for the Rising Stone, eh? But before that, you best pay a visit to Whitebrim Front and speak with Alphino. He's either worrying about you or is busy playing at politics with the Ishgardians. Yeah, he's always wrapped up in some political business. He's doing his best, Alphino. Some of you guys are tired of babysitting him, but I don't feel like I'm babysitting him. Not yet, at least. Oh, let's just breathe a bit from yeah. That was crazy, and thanks for the carry, Hyuni, Frostik. You guys did awesome, as you always do. Alphina, where are you at? Are you up here? No, you can't fly indoors. That's rude. That's not how I was raised. Here he is. And we need to do the extreme version at some point. Oh my god. There he is. And nonetheless, for where? Was there ever any doubt that the Warrior Flight would succeed? I think I speak for all of us when I say that I should like nothing more than to hear the stirring tale of your victory, if you would be so kind. Then we were too late to prevent the summoning. Not too late to prevent further loss of life, an outcome worthy of celebration. And for which we have Ludwig to thank. Yes, you're right, of course, Sir Emeric. We should be content with that which we have accomplished. I, for one, could not have wished for a better outcome. Shiva is no longer a threat, and the heretics have been routed. There is the matter of Iceheart's escape, but she cannot run forever. Whether it takes days, weeks, moons, or even years, my knights will find her. In the meantime, Is the caravan ready? The supplies that your men recovered has been prepared for transport. Rest assured, my knights will see them safely to Revenant's Toll. Less the crystals which comprise the bulk of the shipment, scarcely a fraction of that which has promised, but a meaningful contribution to your cause. On an unrelated note, Ludwig, may I trouble you to accompany me to Camp Dragonhead? It is not for my benefit. A certain lord was most distressed when he learned of your intent to risk life and limb to stop Iceheart. Oh, could it be Ffxiv? Men give vent to their anxieties in myriad ways. Pray do not think less of them. I don't think less of Ffxiv, he's my boy. Okay. So, we managed to prevent Shiva's summoning, or I guess we dealt with the summoning. So what's next for Camp Dragonhead in this place? What were you thinking? Wagering your very being on a dubious theory which might allow you to enter Iceheart's lair, knowing full well that you might have to face Shiva, and then engaging in the abomination in mortal combat. By the Fury, it's the stuff of ballads, a battle for the ages. Would that I had been there to fight by your side. Yet here I was forced to wait, condemned to wonder at the fate of a dear friend. For a veritable eternity. Well, join the Scions then, Ffxiv. Leave this desk job. Sir Americ wishes to have words with you and Master Alphinaud in private. Alright. And their private place was like over here, right? Yeah. A meeting with Americ, always a pleasure.
On behalf of the Holy See of Ishgard, allow me to express my deepest thanks.
Oh yes, let me hear that sweet voice. But first I have to run to the bathroom. Here, just look at Americ's handsome face in like 2 minutes. I'm back. Bathroom business with the American on the screen. Hey! Can't blame me. Okay. We've all been there. Okay.
Never before have we been required to contend with a primal. Indeed, there were fears in some quarters that our knights might not be equal to the task.
Yeah, he has a mullet. But I wonder how it would be to grow out your hair like this. It is... I don't know. As soon as you walk out, the wind will just mess it up. But having longer sides and shorter... Yeah, I like his haircut. It's cool. That was quick. Can we just move on? Okay? You back ahead?
From what we have now learned of these beings, I can say with certainty that we would have lost a great many men had the Scions not intervened.
Then the argument for preemptive action should be self-evident. Perchance now you will reconsider my proposal that Ishgard move against Nautalon.
Ere we first met, a similar proposal was tabled, but the Holy See decreed that we were to observe, and that military action should be taken only in self-defense. All things considered, it was not an unreasonable decision. Since the calamity, 2 vigils have fallen to the Horde, while Garuda has never shown any inclination to storm the gates of judgment. Which is why this unprecedented crisis and its resolution may prompt a change in policy.
Yes.
You who have faced these primals know well the threat they pose. Ishgard did not. Not until now. And there is naught like a brush with death to change a man's outlook.
At the very least, this should silence any lingering objections to our arrangement with Revenant's Toll. The Holy See may even feel moved to grant us its formal endorsement.
So far as it is possible, the Scions shall be compensated for their service.
We should be grateful for any aid you can provide.
As a gesture of good faith, I shall withdraw my previous request. Your people are doubtless needed elsewhere.
That will not be necessary. We too have a vested interest in watching Dravania's movements.
I see. Once more, I must thank you.
And what was his previous request? Did he need help with something?
Sir Emmerich, if I may, do you truly believe that Midgard's armor could return?
The Midgard's armor. The big dragon.
The heavens are a window unto truth, but those who interpret their movements are not infallible. I requested your involvement as a precautionary measure.
But of course, you sought an excuse to compensate us from the first, mindful of what would happen if Revenant's Toll were taken by your enemies. Ishgard is not wont to aid its neighbors, but that does not preclude it from manipulating them to serve its own interests.
Oh.
Choose your next words carefully.
Do you know what sort of man becomes Lord Commander of the Temple Knights?
A handsome one.
One who comes from good stock. I did not. Yet here I am now. Why do you suppose that is?
Because you are... Just What do you mean you're not from good stock? You're of the best stock.
Because I swiftly learnt to tell the difference between words, deeds, and beliefs. You are correct, Master Leveilleur. Ishgard desires to see Revenant's Toll flourish, as it would present a troublesome obstacle to our enemies from the south.
We are so glad to be of use to you.
As we are to you. Ours is a mutually beneficial arrangement, lest we forget, one born of necessity. The dragons grow more restless by the day, and the heretics harry us nigh without cease. We have contended with such troubles for centuries, but there are limits to even our endurance. Yet as a pauper is loath to part with his meager possessions, the leaders of Ishgard are not wont to render up their trust to outsiders. But with perseverance on our part, they may yet be made to see the light. Nevertheless, one must take care when walking the road less traveled.
Wise words, Sir Emmerich. I shall make a point to remember them. I must apologize for my earlier outburst. I hope it will not sour our good relations.
Not at all. You but spoke from the heart. I trust you understand that at times my duties may prevent me from meeting with you. On such occasions, my second-in-command will speak for me.
Lucia, at your service. Pray excuse our reticence. We are but wary of speaking too freely, lest our sentiments be made known to our enemies. Know that the Lord Commander and I are of one mind. For the sake of Ishgard, and of Eorzea at large, I pray our peoples can put aside their differences.
Yeah, that's kind of the point.
Those who dwell in the past risk losing sight of their future.
Should aught befall one of our shipments, pray inform Lucia immediately. You may also relay to her any words you might have for me alone. Not being of Ishgardian birth, she owes no allegiance to any noble house, making her as near to incorruptible as one can find in my homeland. Suffice it to say, I trust her completely, and so may you.
Makes
sense.
sense.
Which reminds me, Lord Orchafon, if you would be so kind.
Certainly.
In times such as these, trust is ever in short supply. Mayhap this will go some way to rectify the problem. The results of our investigation into the heretics' recent attacks, as well as our interrogation of the merchant you detained.
Sir Emmerich, I cannot thank you enough.
That's good information.
Think nothing of it. Ishgard may be many things, but it is no friend to Garlemald.
Did I not tell you to have faith, my friend?
I mean, Emeric seems to have such a cool backstory. I would want like a, I don't know, a manga, an anime, or a show about how he survived the political intrigues and machinations of this place and rise to be a Lord Commander. Wouldn't that be cool? I can see why so many of you like him. What's next then? For one with reason to celebrate, Alphinaud looks rather grim. It would seem we have much to discuss with our friends at Rising Stones. Iceheart's method of summoning Shiva defies all precedent. It necessitates a complete appraisal of the primal threat and of our approach to combating it. Moreover, there are grave ramifications if word of this incident reaches Imperial ears. The Gallian Empire believes that primals are an insufferable menace, that their mere existence is a threat to this very star. As such, they deem any action taken against the beast tribes to be justified by default. Imagine then if it became known that it was not only the beast tribes of Eorzea that could summon primals, but her peoples as well. Any lingering objections to the Eorzea campaign would vanish overnight. Where before we had to contend with a single Imperial Legion, we could well find ourselves facing the combined might of all Garlemald. Yeah, I didn't think about that, but oh man. That is so true. It was the civilized people that summoned a primal, which means yeah, I can see why Alphinaud is getting kinda overwhelmed. He probably has a continuous headache all the time. How are you supposed to solve all of this? I don't know. I just solve things with violence.
Words cannot well express how glad I am to see you return to us hale and whole.
Glad to be back.
Needless to say, I am most eager to hear your account of that which occurred in Kurthis, assuming you're ready to speak of it.
Yes.
Excellent. I shall summon the others at once. Iceheart used her own body as a vessel for a primal soul?
That's right.
Master Louisoir's writings make no mention of such a possibility. Can we be certain this entity was a primal?
Yes, we can.
As certain as we can be that good King Mogglmog the 12th was a primal, I should think. Both were ostensibly summoned.
Let's not quibble over definitions. Of more concern is the implication that Iceheart retained her will, even after she was possessed. We are talking about a mortal, wielding the power of a primal.
True, I didn't think about that either. She didn't get mind control or nothing,
It can't possibly be that easy, can it? There must be some sort of sacrifice required. Or maybe she's just special?
She talked about Heidelin. She might have a gift as well.
What qualities this woman possesseth, I know not. But full sure am I that she was groomed for this role. Few are privy to the secrets of summoning, and but a single party standeth to profit from their dissemination.
Well, I wouldn't presume to comment on how the lass came to know about summoning, but I will say that what she summoned was a primal. The readings were the same, or near as damn it. Strange as it all sounds, it's really no different from what you've faced before.
Then mayhap it is time that we re-examined our previous encounters.
Pack your things, Ida. We're going back to Gridania.
Yes, sir.
About Iceheart's final words to you.
Yeah.
Hear, feel, think.
You've heard them before, Minfilia. I know that.
Heidelin speaks to her as well. If Iceheart is blessed with the power of the Echo, she will doubtless have used it to further her goals. Or could it be that it was a revelation granted her by the Echo which first set her on this path? She did say that the Ishgardians were blind to the truth. Do you think she has knowledge of the origins of the Ishgardian-Dravanian War? It would do much to explain her unwavering conviction.
Well, probably if she has the Echo and has seen other people's memories. But what about the Keeper of the Lake? She talked about that we should seek out the Keeper.
Did not the Lady Iceheart implore thee to
yes,
seek the Keeper of the
J.
Lake? And did she not imply that in so doing thou wouldst come to see with eyes unclouded?
Midgard Zoma was a king amongst kings who reigned for centuries on end. But he is dead and his wisdom lost to the ages. Unless the Ishgardians' fears are well founded. It would seem we have yet another reason to stand watch over the Keeper of the Lake. For a mercy, we are well positioned to do so.
Couldn't they summon the Midgardsormr as a primal, maybe? What if we summon Heidelin? I don't know, the implications of this alone.
Iceheart, Shiva, Ascians, and Midgard Zoma. I shudder to think how they're all connected.
Minfilia would discuss how best to proceed. Yes. Yes. So we need to find out more about the primals. The Omega weapon with Telegia Legi, that's the whole thing. What about the Ivy? Have we learned something more? Do we know more about the Gallians' advances in their schemes? we have established some political connections to these guardians with Emeric. Okay. Okay. I mean to scour the annals for knowledge of Midgard's armor. Given his great age, I dare say he appears in more than a few... Did you hear that? The commotion outside. What? Are they raiding our place again? I don't think so. Alpha, no, what's up? We have a problem. Royale has escaped. Oh my god, how hard is it to keep this? It happened shortly after the Immortal Flames took her into custody. She had been placed in a dungeon cell ahead of her coming trial, but apparently the accommodation was not to her liking. The turnkey was found slain, along with 2 guards. Displaying she received inside help. This was a critical piece of information. We needed her. Citizens report seeing Royale quitting the city via the Gate of Nald, with a blooded spear in her hand. Man, the Crystal Braves really need to shape up, Alphino. She makes for Castrum Meridianum. With her fate in Eorzea as good as sealed, yeah. Even as we speak, Captain Ilberd and the First are hot upon Royale's heels. Pray make haste to Camp Blue Fog and join the hunt. Man, that's so frustrating. Always a setback, and then we lose. Like our key prisoner. You should have placed like a whole squad of Crystal Braves. Ilberd, what do you have to say about this? How could you let her escape? She walked right through it. You did not miss here. We have Raybon's decision to keep the matter secret. Thank for that. Not a single flame in the garrison made any attempt to detain her. What? They're all noobs. True. Okay. Well, it's up to us to save the day again. This wretch was with Brielle. He threw himself at us, that his mistress might escape. She didn't blink when he cut him down, not even when he started screaming. No loyalty even to her own. The goddamned harpy. Yeah, this time, how about you cut off her feet or something? Come on, let's get a bit serious. Yeah, she is a dragoon. Defeat Eileen and her allies. Okay, do they have any healers? Not sure if I see any healers. Maybe this guy. Yeah, that's one. Are there any more casters? That's Eileen. Pick up this big boy then. Always go for the casters first. Get out of here. Then we take out this guy. Oh, they're getting reinforcements. 7 cord. No, I want that guy. Death claws. Oh, even more. Oh, this guy's kind of tanky though. Oh, and the Colossus. Alright. Thinking we need to take out this. It's kind of tanky though. Oh, you want to face me? Ah! Almost. Yeah. Just get him. Oh, they're bringing so much. I wonder if my AoEs do something against all of these. No. Not really. Oh. This is starting to get a bit spicy. No. Ah! Okay. We're making moves. Now we can actually DPS her some. Good. One more white magic. And in we go. Bind her and do it tight. I say cut off a foot or something. These are serious times with drastic measures, okay? Good work, man. She and her Imperial Cronus pushed us close, but we were better. Behold, a respected officer of the Immortal Flames. People look up to you as one of the Order's founding members, one of its pillars. It saddens me to see you fallen so low. What would you know of low? You, a spoiled little lordling who has never known any want. People such as you take wealth and birth for granted. You think you're God's given right to rule over others. You know not of our plight, the injustice that we low-bornish guardians must endure. To the noble lords and ladies, we are not people, but resources to be consumed. I did what I had to do to survive, stealing, killing, even whoring myself. It is no fault of mine if fools imagine me a paragon when I join the flames. To hear you tell it, one would think you the only person ever to have suffered. In case you have forgotten, Raybon himself was born into poverty, as was I. We lived hand to mouth with little more than shirts on our backs. Hunger was our constant companion. Yet never did we bemoan our lot in life, nor did we begrudge others their fortunes. We accepted the hand that we had been dealt, and played it to the best of our ability. Life was a battle, aye, but no matter what fate threw at us, we took it on the chin and came back for more. Everything we have, we fought for. Yeah, Hyuni, she has some points, but you can't live your whole life just blaming other factors. Sometimes you need to realize that you also have your own responsibility to create the life that you want. But it's it hasn't been easy for these people. It's not like I can talk about anything about this. How are we any different then? It's true that we were both mercenaries of lowly birth, and it's true that we both had our fair share of struggles, But whereas I sold my swords, you sold your comrades. If life has taught me one thing, it is that you never betray your own. I would sooner cut off my own arm than raise a hand against a friend. But enough talk. You will return to Ulda to face justice. This is some heavy stuff. But yeah, she had some points. I can't even begin to imagine what it would be like to be born into that kind of a misery and be exploited by the wealthy all the time. Yeah. Yeah, the politics in this game get real all the time. Not so much as a hint of remorse. It is well that this sordid business is finally at an end. Friend's betrayal cuts deeper than steel. We must hope that we have chosen our own allies more wisely than Raybon chose his. Yes.
I've heard. Oh. Truly bothersome business.
Telegia, okay.
No, I do not foresee a problem on that front. The main concern is Roban. There is no telling what the brute might do. Have the blades watch him in the flames day and night. You may leave the Sultana to me. I shall personally attend her grace. Sever one of the East Aldenard trade routes. That ought to keep Lolorito occupied for a while. Nanamo Ulnamo. For my sake, pray be a good little Sultana to the last.
To the last. He is planning to take over the crown or an assassination or something. Definitely something. Captain Ilbert and I have a few questions for the Flame Marshal regarding the circumstances of her miraculous escape. When we have completed our interrogation, we shall take our findings directly to General Raubon. Your work here is done. Return to the Rising Stones and tell Minfilia what's going on. And then it seems we should talk to Raubon about all of this. Oh, alright, more information or getting into the teleology intrigue. I am really interested in all of that. The Shiva stuff was it came kinda out of left field, you know, amongst all of the intrigues. Then this thing was also happening, and it was such a cool. Like, it's not like a side story or whatever, but it was a cool addition to the more overhanging plot of the Omega weapon and the Gallian Empire. Yes, and I'm ready to go back to this, you know, the things going on with Telegia.
I have already received word from Alfino.
I want to know more about it.
To think that Flame Marshal Huayu was the Gallian agent. I know not what to say.
Excuse me, how did you pronounce that? Huayu?
Together with Robon, Eileen lent us much needed aid at the time of our Order's founding. She was particularly passionate about the need to tackle the primal threat. When we discussed the subject, her eyes fairly shone with determination. Whatever else she may have been, I choose to believe that it was her true self with whom I spoke then. But now is not the time to dwell on such matters. I have an important announcement to make regarding our effort to defeat the Ascians. We shall begin as soon as everyone is assembled.
Okay.
My thanks for coming, friends. Moonbreeder, the floor is yours.
By now, I'm sure you're all familiar with white auracite, the miraculous material that'll allow us to capture Ascian souls. Back at Snowcloak, we verified its ability to absorb vast amounts of ether.
Can we capture the Ascians in these?
Alas, it leaves something to be desired in the area of stability. The stone can only store ether for a short while before expelling its contents.
Okay, maybe not.
In addition to auracite's inherent limitations, we must needs be wary of our enemy's strength. Our foe draweth upon an infinite wellspring of power. Even should we succeed in entrapping him, the stone will not long contain his wrath.
Meaning that, if we want to kill the swine, we'll have to be quick about it.
'Tis our belief that an Ascian soul may be permanently undone, if smitten by a sufficiently concentrated burst of pure ether.
Okay, so maybe I wasn't that far off after all.
The only trouble is, we can't say for sure how concentrated the burst needs to be. Without knowing how much ether an Ascian soul is composed of, we're basically guessing.
Our sole clue lieth in thy struggle with La Habrea.
During that encounter, Heidelin bid you forge what she called a Blade of Light, a weapon which took the form of a luminous stream of energy. Based on your description, we believe the blade with which you vanquished your foe was composed of ether. Admittedly, your victory proved ephemeral, as La Habrea was able to use a crystal of darkness to flee into the space that lies between our world and the void.
Right, this was on the test.
The fact remains, however, that Heidelin placed the means to destroy the Ascians in your hands. Be that as it may, it would be unwise to assume that she will do the same when we next encounter such a foe.
Quite so, my lady. We must needs find the means to forge our own blade of ether, one to equal that which Heidelin did benevolently bestow upon her champion.
That is all well and good, but it seems to me that producing such a blade will require a prodigious quantity of ether. Whence will it come, pray tell?
Oh, what if we had two pieces of white auracite? One to trap the Ascian, and the other to store the ether for the blade.
Oh, nice try. But it's as I said, the stone won't hold ether for any length of time. We'd still need to collect the stuff there and then, sorry to say.
Hmm.
And therein lies the rub. Finding a way to create the blade whenever and wherever we choose.
'Twould seem more research is in order.
I'm going to linger a while, perform a few more tests on the auracite. And I could do with some help. Urianger, why don't you lend me a hand?
Yes, why don't you?
Mine apologies, but I am required at the waking sound.
What? Are you running away?
Lady Minfilia hath given me sole charge of the premises. 'Twould be unseemly to leave them unattended.
Sole charge, you say? So you're basically alone there, then? Well, that settles it. I'll just have to come to you.
Yes. Yes, you'll have to, Moonbreeder. You go get your man. I like her style. And I like it how she announces it in front of everyone. Such a confident
While
lady.
you were afield,
I like her.
word arrived from the Sharlayan motherland.
Yeah, Urianger, come on. Stop being such a pansy. What are you doing? He's intimidated.
You will recall that a survey party was dispatched to investigate the incident at the Isle of Vow. What they discovered was troubling, to say the least. According to the report, the Isle has been erased from existence. 'Twas as if a hole had been torn in the very fabric of reality.
Right, we have this mystery as well.
Aye, yet the mystery endeth not with the Isle's disappearance. it hath come to light that a number of scholars in various other locales were reported missing at a similar juncture.
What's more, they all had something in common with the head of the students of Baldessian. Every last one of them was researching a phenomenon called dimensional compression, or the rejoining as the ancient texts call it. I'll be damned if that's a coincidence.
True. Dimensional compression.
All indications suggest Ascian involvement. But I sense that a force greater still is at work. The entity the Dark Beings call the One True God. We must pray that my dear friend Kryl regains consciousness soon. If she bore witness to the Isle of Val's final moments, she may be able to shed some light on this mystery.
That's right. We might be able to attune to her with our echo.
Following the calamity, the forces of the 14th Imperial Legion entrenched themselves in strategic locations across Eorzea. So swiftly did they accomplish this, it was suspected that they had received help. To think that it came from Huayu, my right hand.
Huayu? Now this game has a lot of French names, but Huayu... Yeah, my god.
There is more. We have reason to believe that Huayu didn't deal exclusively with the 14th. She also answered to a higher authority in Garlemald. But this higher authority could not have been the Emperor. By consenting to the Media Project, Solus Zos Galvus showed himself to be more concerned about preventing the spread of primal influence than claiming Eorzea for the Empire. He would happily have seen the lot reduced to ash.
Right, that's the Alicents, but they have French inspiration in their names. I don't know how far they push it, but we would have to ask Silvos, but his computer is crashing.
We believe a number of high-ranking figures within the royal household were against the decision, but that they knew better than to oppose the Emperor openly. Of course, this didn't prevent them from making clandestine provisions, in which Huayu played a part.
Wait, I didn't understand this. High-ranking figures within the royal household were against... Okay. But they knew better than to oppose the Emperor openly. Okay.
Alas, these provisions did not prevent Dalamud from falling, and the ensuing chaos changed the face of the realm forever. Yet Eorzea survived. To all intents and purposes, the Meteor Project had failed, and the Empire was left to rue its lack of a decisive means to eliminate the primals. Until, that is, it stumbled upon the Ultima weapon.
Even before the accursed thing was dug up, it seemed to me the 14th had the might to overwhelm our weakened armies. Yet they chose to hide behind their walls. Why?
The Black Wolf was wary of making the denizens of Eorzea desperate, lest more primals emerge to bleed the land. The discovery of the Ultima weapon, however, emboldened him to resume his war of conquest in earnest.
But there was one in Garlemald who believed that Van Belsar's actions were premature. One who stood higher in the Imperial Army's chain of command. He ordered the Legatus to halt his advance, only to find that the Black Wolf had slipped its leash, and that the 14th now acted alone. In a bid to bring Van Belsar to heel, he used the agent he had planted in Ul'dah prior to the calamity to undermine the Legion's efforts.
A man who outranks Van Belsar, yet opposed the late Emperor's decision to annihilate Eorzea. This could only be the former High Legatus of the Garlean army, now known as Emperor Varus Zos Galvus. So he was Huayu's true master.
Oh.
But one of several in actual fact. We've learned that even as Huayu served the Empire's interests, She sold Imperial secrets to a certain faction in Eorzea. In so doing, she helped to maintain the status quo, thus prolonging the conflict. Considering who stands to profit from war, it isn't hard to imagine who her other masters were.
The Syndicate.
7 hells! You mean to say that she was a double agent?
Huh, triple, if you consider her services to Van Belsar and the new Emperor as separate.
As neatly as these pieces seem to fit, one aspect of the puzzle remains unclear to me. By whose will was the Marshal feeding intelligence to the heretics? And try as I might, I fail to see how aiding their cause would profit either her Imperial or Monetarist masters. Could it be that another hand is at work here? If so, why you must be made to reveal whose it is.
Not only have I lost a trusted friend, now I must interrogate her as a stranger.
Not a pleasant task, I grant you, but a necessary one. Unless we weed out the ivy, root, stalk, and stem, it will simply grow back.
I know that full well. Those closest to Hua Yu have already been detained, and I will question them alongside her.
General, pray keep in mind that there may be unwitting abettors among them.
All will be treated fairly. On that you have my word. Those who are innocent have no cause to fear.
You have ever been a friend of truth, General. I hope the unpleasant task of weeding out falsehood will not detain you too long. Though it be for the sake of Eorzea, doubting one's comrades is poison to the soul. And with that, I take my leave.
I like how they're trying to think of their mental health during all of this.
All these years, I've been made to dance to their tune. How could you, Hua Yu? How could you side with them? Those cankers who take from this land and give naught in return, who use their power to disempower and grow fat while the people starve. I know you can hear me, monetarist scum! Your crimes will not go unpunished! Today I will purge this land of your sickness! Before the eyes of the 12, I swear it!
He mad. Flame salute.
I shall have no further need of you this day. Your Grace. I fear that not even mine own chambers shall remain private for long.
They probably aren't private right now.
Has the situation grown so grim?
Ever since he proposed the Cartiner Reclamation Bill, Teleji Adeleji has risen to greater prominence upon the backs of impoverished refugees. The monetarists were ever united in their pursuit of profit, but the man's actions have torn a rift in their ranks. They snap at each other as rabid dogs. Yet now is not the time to be bickering among ourselves.
If this bickering is a threat to law and order, might you not have grounds to dissolve the Syndicate?
Would that the solution were so simple, Admiral. Alas, my moving to dissolve the Syndicate is certain to spark outrage among the influential merchant class, whom the Cabal represents. This would serve to exacerbate the current unrest, and peace would slip still further away. Be they rich or poor, natives or refugees, all who reside in Ul'dah have a right to pursue happiness. It is the duty of a ruler to protect this right.
You're doing your best, Nanamo. This is... I have no... I don't know how you're gonna solve this.
For my duty, I must needs tread warily. It would not do to make enemies heedlessly. Were Lord Lolorito here, he would doubtless say that I have my head in the clouds.
A ruler is required to take a wide view. Try as we might to cater to all needs, some will inevitably be overlooked. As such, there shall ever be citizens who feel aggrieved. It cannot be helped. But as you have informed us, the monetarists take no view but their own. They hunger for power while the masses starve. In the absence of a common cause, it seems beyond any one individual to make Uldar whole.
And the presence of a Garlean agent within the immortal flames only makes matters worse. Even accounting for Uldar's historic reliance upon mercenaries, such a grievous breach of security is unprecedented. I fear this business will provide the monetarists with a rod to beat Rauban.
Eorzea can ill afford for the immortal flames to be dampened now. Ere long, the Garleans will turn their ravenous gaze toward our lands once more. If we are to resist their might, our nations must stand together. Yet for this to happen, our nations must be whole. Cannot be done to improve the situation in Uldar.
The true wealth of Uldar lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her citizens. Alas, the citizens shall never know these things, so long as their lives are ruled by the ambitions of the few.
Yeah.
The monetarists claim to represent the best interests of the people, but in sooth they desire only to manipulate them for their own selfish ends. For the government to serve the people, it must be formed of the people.
Are you gonna break up the royalty and, I don't know, start a democratic faction, or what are you talking about?
For Uldar to move forward, it is not only the Syndicate that must be dissolved.
Right.
Nay, you jest.
My friends, it was for no other reason than to make known to you mine intent that I requested your presence here. When I make my declaration to the people, chaos shall inevitably ensue. As the last monarch in the line of Ul, I make unto you this request. Help Rauban to preserve order and protect the people. Forsake them, and you forsake yourselves. For a strong Eorzea will ever have need of a strong Uldar.
Your Grace, are you certain of this?
There is no other way.
What a hero.
When the time is ripe, the nation shall become a true republic. Both royalists and monetarists shall cease to be. Uldar will no longer belong to kings or queens or merchant princes, but to her people. Rauban, forgive me for casting aside all that you have toiled for in my name.
I don't know if you're casting it aside. If anything, creating a People's Republic of Uldar by your hand might be the only one who could do it.
Beyond this gesture, I am powerless to help my subjects.
Yeah. Oh my god. This quest is not yet available. I'll have to do Garuda, Ifrit, and Titan hard. Okay, but I could do that. I can get that going for next time maybe. Yeah, she's just so sweet. She's, I mean, I wouldn't say I saw it coming, but what other solution would you have? Make a People's Republic of Ul'dah. That, I mean, and Talidia talked about, you know, Nanamo, make sure you be a good princess to the end. I'm not thinking he is expecting this to happen from her. No, I don't think so at all. So I'll have to do the hard dungeons in order to continue. But this is a good place to stop for today. So much happened and so many new things are coming up, as it always is. Is it gonna be like this the whole way through? Just new stuff coming all the time, new intrigues, and it's all connected, and it's all yeah, of course a lot of people will not be happy about it, and you know, creating a People's Republic, all sorts of corruption will start to happen. I'm thinking the monetaries will start to buy out all the people, but it's in the people's hands now. Wow, what a decision. You're saying yes, this is what you're signing up for, this will continue. Welcome to Final Fantasy. Wait, yeah, oh, wow. And the implications of people being able to summon primals. And if the Gallians find out about that, oh my god, and maybe the Gallians want to use that as a weapon against the Eorzea, if they can manufacture, I don't know, vessels for primals by taking Eorzean people into oh man. Oh man. Yeah, oh my god. But this was a great stream, and I'm excited about tomorrow. Maybe I can do some of the hard ones later today. I don't know, but we have some punishments to do. We have 16 sit-ups. Okay. Then we need some gosh darn bangers to do that too, right? Let's see if I can find some of my bangers. It should be here. Oh yes. Oh yes. What's it like that? And now the harder things come. Everyone in chat, don't forget to follow me, check out my YouTube, and let's join together as we do our sit-ups. Just gotta do them. This is our punishment for the game being so good. Okay? Let's get on the floor. Get out my mat. If we can get this over here. Yes. Okay, everyone. We're doing a 16. Final Fantasy 16. Okay? like that. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 7, 8, 9, 10, 6 more. 12, 13, come on. 14, 15, 16. Woo! Do your best. You gotta. Oh man. I can just imagine when this doubles or something, but hey, those are the rules. Good job, Cuny. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. We out here. We working. We're doing what we can. Sheesh. Yeah, that was something. Anyway, I'm signing off here. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. Thank you for doing Ffxiv with me. That was crazy. I'll see you tomorrow. Same time, same place. All the lurkers, thank you for being here. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day. I am signing out.